Alright, boys, we back. So, this is the next video. This is welcome back, y'all. It's your boy Zio back with another DC Universe Online video, my bad. And this is the next video. This is the healing artifact tier guide. Like I said, I would do these all in one video, but I don't want that video to be super long because I hate how long it takes to upload a super long video. So, I'm going to just break it down, and that's more videos for me and more videos for y'all. Alright, so like I say, I'm recording this all in the same second. It's the next segment, so here we go. Like I said in my last video, these are all universal. I would. These are very universal. These are more needed. These are needed. These are needed universal artifacts. So I would have Scrap the Soul Cloak and I Gemini 200, especially for healing. Because when I was setting this up, I was looking down here. I'm like, I'm missing something. These are these two right here that you would definitely need as a healer. So definitely get those 200. Bam. First things first. Page. Go ahead and throw that in on needed. The 160. Everybody knows what Page of Destiny does. Group members that are about to die. If you stack up your group heal, it boosts their health all the way back up to damn near full. You need that. Gives you a lot of restoration. Very important artifact. I remember when Page came out, bro. That was a game changing artifact when it came out. And Purple Healing Ray was even more of a game changing artifact. Very important. Speaking of Purple Healing Ray. So I would definitely get these two 200. 160 is fine, but I would definitely get these two 200. If these two aren't 200, then I'm not worried about nothing else. And like I say, all these go together. All go together. These all go together. So I would get them, but I'm gonna keep these in universal because they are very important. So bam, right. Next things up. Um Heart of Isis. Now I had this in my tank video. This is important to me because I like it, but it's experimental as a healer. It's still experimental. You can use it as a healer, but if you're not green spamming and you want to try some unique build, I would try and put Heart of. I'm really vouching for Heart of Isis. I've seen what this could do. This is a nasty artifact because it's nice, boys. I can't really tell you too much. Now, next up, transformation card. This one gets me at night because if I'm not nature, why am I running this? Like, that's what it comes down to. I'm not going to say it's forgettable, but if I'm not nature, why am I running this? Because water, people used to run this as water, but in my opinion, you don't need it. I would put it in good to have. Because if you have these two and then the rest of the artifacts that I'm finna name, then you don't need. If you have these three, you don't need transcard. But I understand people sometimes use transcard as a like this will be a full healing loadout for some people. But I'm like, why? In my opinion, because I don't think you need transcard to be 160 or 200. It's definitely good to have. Now, good to have can mean like you could get it 160 or 200, but I wouldn't push for that first to be 160 or 200. See what I'm saying? Star Heart Fragment, forgettable. I know it got a buff. It got a buff like what, a year or two ago. I still wouldn't use it. It's forgettable in my opinion. Strategist card, because you could use this to heal. A lot of people don't know that because this was an old healing meta. I'll show you. It was trans strategist and what else? Was it Purple Healing Ray back then or was it I Gemini? Because I don't think. Oh, I can't remember. There was an old meta where it was these two and another thing to heal. It was a long time ago. It was like the Brimstone era, Brimstone raid. I remember some healers were using it, but I throw this in experimental. If I got to have, cause normally you're gonna have these two anyway. If you DPS or so, you're gonna have these two. So I would put them in good to have. Cause if you don't have Purple Healing Ray, or if you don't have Page, you can heal with these two as a healer. But it's a little odd. It's just an odd way of running things. So I would throw it in good to have. Cause it does do it does do something when it heals. It heals like a tad bit. It does like a proc or something every so like it has healing properties. Cause I used to use it a long time ago. Sushi's mask experimental. The only reason I'm throwing this on here is for water because it is experimental. Because it increases your incoming heals, but it doesn't increase everybody's incoming heals when a shield breaks. That's the boy. Do you know how OP this artifact will be if it increase everybody's heals when your shield breaks? It only increases your heals that heal yourself. So I would throw it in experimental. If you just have some leftover nymph metal and you want to try something, I would use it with water and probably water only. I don't see any other power to be using that as. Or I would get this 160 or 200 because Orb has been in a weird place for a long time. I remember when it first came out. Boy, y'all boys don't know nothing. When Orb first came out, boy, you know how hard it was dueling somebody with an Orb? Y'all think Clarion and Hectic was bad. Bro, when Orb first came out in the Watchtower duels, oh my god. But anyway, to say the dual tier list, I'm just saying, bro, this artifact is toxic. But you can still use it nowadays. Um, it does still take a lot of power, if I remember correctly, but I mean, trolls have hectic on, bro. You're not losing power like that. So I would get this 160 or 200 because these three can be a healing build on its own. So yeah, Demon Fang, good to have. I would get this. I'll put this above these two. This is good to have because the amount of restoration you get back, you get so much restoration back. The restoration you get off Demon Fang is nasty. And on top of the fact, if you're water, and I keep using water a lot as an example because water is so fire. Well, when you're water, you put down the water pools. If you're running the water pools, the ticks you get back, the nature ticks you get back from Demon Fang, anything with ticks, anything with healing over time, it gets amplified with this Demon Fang. It's nasty, bro. It's nasty. So I'll put it in good to have. Quizlet, unfortunately, this is kind of meta. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of meta because in order to Eye Gemini spam, right? I got Purple Healing Ray, bam, bam. Alright, no, bam, bam. So these three right here are the meta heals. And then you swap Eye Gemini on, place your 10k supercharge, take that off again, and then put on Quizlet again. So in the meta world, this is important. You need this 200 for the power back, or for the supercharge generator. But I don't know if that changed since the Ultimate Head mods came out. Maybe you don't need it, but from what I remember, yes, people still use this for supercharges, so just keep that in mind. Clarion, I want to say good to have because do you need it? No, you can heal without Clarion. Don't you can, but this needed section not looking right for me, honestly. Hold on. You pay attention. It's because these are up here. That's why it's looking so weird. These are needed. These are universal. Don't get me wrong, but they're so much. They're needed as a healer. You need these two as a healer still, even with the Eye Gemini buff or debuff, because you need these. So this looks way better now. Cause I'm like, bro, this is not looking right. And Clarion, is it more important than Demon Fang? Yeah, kind of, because of the shields you get back from it. I'd say you can get it 160. Um, but at the same time, ah, I don't know, man. This is looking weird to me. Cause Purple Healing Ray is important. Page of Destiny is very important. Orb can be replaced, but I would still have it 160. Scrap, Gem, very important. Quizlet is part of this new garbage meta, so you need that. Clarion, I don't necessarily think you need it that bad, and I don't think you need Demon Fang as well, because this requires a loadout slot, and this is stat buffing. This is more important than Clarion, in my opinion. I would still take Transcard over Clarion. So, and then this is kind of like, I'm gonna throw this in experimental because nobody uses that meta no more. Um, but you can heal with it. So yeah, this looks a little bit better. I would say, some people still use Page, not as much anymore because of this meta. So I would throw this right here. Boom, boom, boom. I would get Orb 160 because Orb is still it's a dedicated healing artifact. And if you get Orb 160, your prio heals more than just one person. So, bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. I like Demon Fang. I low-key want to throw it in the 160s. I like it that much because of the stat buff, but at the same time, it's not meta like that. So yeah, this looks a tad bit better. I think this is everything that you really do need. I don't think if you're not running Gemini spam, then this tier list is going to change a lot because you won't need Quizlet. So this is what it looks like with no Gemini spam. I would still get these 200 regardless because they're universal. Like I said, you can use them for every single role. But this is what a normal base looks like in my opinion, with no Gemini spam. But we live in a Gemini spam era, so you need these. That's basically essentially what it is. Even though it got nerfed, you still need it. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me sort these correctly though. I don't like bullshit. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This has been a healer version of what you need. These are good to have. These are for experiments. This is forgettable. And yeah, that's basically it. It just looks sloppy because of this Quizlet. It's really throwing everything off. So yeah. But I'll catch y'all in the next video, which is my troll video, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.